start.
Great. Today we're going to talk about willpower. Willpower and why we cannot use it ever. And why do we call ourselves lazy? And why do we have a self-sabotager inside our subjective reality, when in objective reality, everything looks okay. Inside here, all kind of things are happening. That's the topic for today. Why don't we do what we want? And why do we want the same thing again and again and again and don't go after it?
Yes, guys, and you have to remember everything that's going on in my life, I'm responsible for this. It's tough. It's not easy to recognize it, but it's reality. It's been for a while already working with the business people and all kind of experts. Guys, we help a lot them to understand the main obstacle for everything that Svetlana just described is a reflection in your mirror. And let's just dive into the topic, and I will share our incredible poster here.
Right. We show
Wow.
the posters and we post the posters every time after our broadcast. Why? Because this is the resting place for your mind. We talk about different things and we bring you examples from our work with you. And we really want you to get a very simple message that we give you. We are the crisis managers. Why? Because we are born this way. And of course, we've studied. We have many different diplomas from different universities, a few of them, both of us. And today we bring you the conglomerate, the summary of the life experience and the education, which is the true wisdom. When you know something and you start working with it, you acquire that practical application of the knowledge that you have. You become wise. What is interesting about us, we both have businesses. I also had other businesses in the past. We analyze business teams and business structures and business strategies and business solutions. And when you have one business, you learn from your business. It's a great learning, very expensive learning, but it's learning nevertheless. When you work with the businesses, it's a whole different perspective, because in a day, we look into 3 to 5 businesses. In a week, in a month, in a year, the wisdom of being through the experience with the business owners, with the employees of this business, with the teams, you understand the layers that takes years to get through learning from your own business. And therefore, we are giving you the distillation of this knowledge through the very simple system of 1 through 9 numbers, which is not hard to find. They're in your birth certificate. So when you open your birth certificate or you ask your mom and she confirms, because some people have very many discrepancies in it, and she confirms, yes, that's your date of birth and that's you and that's your name, then you can calculate your progress. You can calculate your success and strategy. You can even calculate the result, the extraordinary result that you want to have, and what would it take? What things are missing from your birth certificate? Those are the things that you're here in this earth to accept, not to fight against something that's not happening, but take the potential that is also written in your birth matrix, take that and multiply it and scale it, and don't scale things you don't have, because scaling something you don't have takes a lot of time, gives you no results. That's where procrastination, self-sabotage, feeling inadequate comes from, when you try to be who you're not.
And last Tuesday we were talking about goal settings. How to do it in the right way. And of course, we can have a lot of goals. We can dream big, but if there is no energy, if we don't understand what's going on in our heads, nothing will happen in our life. That's why it's very important to understand that we need to calculate. And Svetlana just described what do we really need to take for these calculations, our date of birth. And working with the business owners, it's just incredible when you start analyzing their date of birth, because We have a 9 year cycle, we have 9 month cycle, we have 9 day cycle. And during this cycle, we feel ourselves like differently. Every day something's going on different way. And when we don't accept it, when we don't understand, we start fighting. We start fighting, and once we start fighting, we lose a lot of energy. And that's why everything is around energy. Everything is around that what's going on in my life and my reaction towards it. And let's just, Svetlana, dive into the emotion part. We have a great poster here. Yeah. How actually start managing our emotions, because it's really related to our energy during the day and desire to do anything in our life.
Absolutely. And what is emotion? I'd like to bring you an image so you can relate the image with this word of emotion. People are scared of feeling emotions. What if I look terrible when I'm crying? What if somebody perceives me as angry when I'm actually just energized? Emotion is energy in motion. Energy in motion sometimes looks like tsunami. Right now I'm in Turkey, and in Turkey on a sea front, I see waves. In the morning, almost nothing. You can swim and you don't feel a thing. But by 10, 11 o'clock, it starts moving. The water is moving. It's the same water. It doesn't go away from the ocean, from the sea, from the container, but it behaves differently. We are this ocean. We are that container. So when you drop a pebble in the ocean, these concentric circles, the effect is
Yeah.
very strong in the center, but by the edges, you don't feel it. That's the same thing that emotion does to us. This energy in motion. When you get something, the reaction here is terrible. Sometimes it takes you out of your core. But on outskirts, it's nothing. So you think that you affect people with your emotions, you affect yourself first. And your health and your energy goes away because it takes a lot to hold it in. You know, you have to let it go, but in ecological way, in the with the words, using the power of the words. Because very often we hear something, we react to it, but we hear and we react with the whole body. And the energy of the emotion is a wave. You can
Hmm.
ride the wave as if you are a surfer. You're on a surf and you are moving. And yes, sometimes it's a big wave, but it gives you a big perspective. When you have a great challenge, when you feel a great emotion, that means I cannot handle it. No, it means I can try and ride the wave. And when you accept the fact that the wave is already here, the challenge is already here, there is nothing you can do about it. You never can control the circumstance or the situation or the people or emotion or anything. But what you can control, your perspective. Wow, is one perspective. Oh, is a different perspective. The perspective of wow is the best emotion you can take as your tool, as your instrument. Wow, how interesting. I haven't expected that from me. Really? And this is also possible for me? With this emotion, with this energy and motion, you go, and I can try this, and I can try this, and this is even a bigger wave. And that's where we start.
Yeah, as you know, Svetlana, we've been developing interactive journals for kids who are involved in sport. And emotional part is a crucial part in the sport development programs. And that's why I'm pretty sure we have to bring it like high on the level to departments like educational departments, where we have to teach this about emotions, because body and emotions, they're connected. And of course, like when you live through emotions, it's not easy to act to manage these kind of things around you, and particularly for those who was born on the 6th, 15th, or 24th, 9th, 18th, or 27th. You guys were born in the full emotions part, and that's why this is like your nature. For example, like another group who was born, for example, on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, 31st, they were born full of mind, yeah, and they really 100% in their heads. And this kind of details we really explain during our private sessions, yeah, because when you come to our private sessions, we really show you your plan of emotions, what you really need to do with your emotions, because this is the hottest topic. I've been teaching this for a while already, and this is the hottest topic in our human life right now. Because with emotions, we can build the great things, and with emotions, we can destroy it. In a very short period, we can destroy everything. In particular, when we are at the age of 33. This is the crucial time in our life, in a human being life, in the short human being life, that we really don't want to waste even a second on emotion. That's why emotional intelligence, this is a very important topic for us, and because it will affect the way we really dream, we really act and achieve our goals and enjoy them. Because most of the time, even we have this kind of, okay, I got it, I have in my head, I have in my life, but we're not happy. Why? Because I have a deficit of our energies. And that's why energies, emotions, they're very, very connected.
Yeah, and you know how we drive the car. You start the car, you push the gas, and you go. Imagine you are on the street, especially going up in San Francisco, for example, and you go stop and start, and stop and start, and stop and start. And that's what emotional responses are doing to us. As soon as the thought, the idea comes about something that you are planning to do in your business or in your life or in your family, I want to go somewhere, I want to accomplish something. Immediately to this thought, you experience a body response. And the body response is the response of the storage of all the experience that you've ever had before, starting from the time in utero. So, mother's emotions, father's talking, then your childhood, then your youth, all the situations that happened, then your first business, your second business. I had 3 businesses, for example. So, every time you go through this moment, you attach this energy, you attach the word to it. And how you judge yourself in that moment, what you say, I am anxious, is the same feeling and energy as I am excited. That moment of anticipation could be about something amazing is coming and I can handle it, or something is coming and I cannot handle it. It's just interpretation. And when that interpretation happens, it's another thought, it's an afterthought to which you have an after reaction. And then the waves start accumulating. And what happens is the resonance, right? If you have two conflicting waves, oh my God, but I can handle it, right? They cancel each other out. You're neutral. When you have, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it starts accumulating and it becomes tsunami. It becomes bigger than you. And so on our poster, you see this very colorful picture, and from the distance, it might look like roses and other flowers. But actually, it's a very colorful accumulation of garbage of the experiences after, yes, colorful, yes, exciting, yes, scary sometimes, yes, challenging sometimes, yes, sometimes depressing. Very colorful life. The more life you live, the more colors you get, and you're replaying those situations again and again. You forget the happy ones, you forget your accomplishments. In fact, you forget to congratulate yourself and celebrate all that you've done up to this moment toward this goal, all the little steps, and you only remember the ones that didn't work for you. And then you start judging yourself and thinking you are inadequate, and because it didn't happen before, it will not happen now. And that replay, imagine you have these days nobody remembers, but vinyls. You put the vinyls first time, very beautiful. Next time, 100 next time, it's this kind of sound. It's the same thing that's happening here. And that's why we don't call it reality. We have 3 realities. Subjective reality here is just an illusion. This is the colorful garbage that we accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And then we have objective reality, where everybody who we know, full of this in their head, participating and creating results together, but at least you can see those results. In here, you can't even see. And then we have super objective, in which we can judge things by the rules and regulations, right? And we can think whatever we want, but if there is a law that you're breaking, no satisfaction will come from any money you receive from that. So replaying conflicting situations in your head takes your energy away, and then you always think, where do I get the energy? Yes, you can walk. That's a great idea. But if your head is full of this, you actually need to go to detoxification process. Not mine. None of the emotions are yours, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah,
Emotions are something you feel from the outside world. This is just something you get. What you give to the world is yourself. I'm here. I know who I am. I know my competency. I know my potential. I know my goal. Whatever's outside is just a picture.
yeah. It's very important because in our methodology, we use our body as a first helper. That's why we start walking. Yeah, walking helps us to have this kind of energy raising up through our body. But at the same time, during the day, we have a different situations. We have a different people around us. And of course, our reactions will affects like the way we communicate. And you have to remember opportunities come from other people. And if you great builders of these opportunities, you can attract a lot of things in your life. But if you don't understand and you go through your emotional part, there's going to be another result. In your objective reality, you already have this everything as a fact. Because in our subject reality, we're like full of dreams, like, okay, maybe next time I'm a great guy. No, they cannot see me. I am a great guy. But in objective reality, the fact is fact. You in your business, if you have money or you don't have money. In your relationship, do you have a good relationship or maybe it's just so? That's why it's very important to understand our emotions. This our fuel, yeah. This gives us this kind of
Push, impulse.
impulse, yeah, to act. But it's really important to understand working together with the body and emotional part will bring us closer to the top. And to the top, when you go to the top, there is no crowd there. The most crowd is just on the bottom of the mountain. Everybody's here. Okay, I really want to go there, but what's the secret? How I can get there? This is great picture over here. All our like colorful beliefs that we have on the poster just reflects what's going on in my head. And if you really want to change something outside, in your objective reality, everything starts over here. You really need to understand how to work with this. And with Svetlana, we've been working for a while already with different type of nationalities. Can you imagine, guys? I've been living for like for different countries for a while already, and I met a lot of people with different nationalities. But when we have date of birth, everything is clear. We have answers.
Right. And the answer actually does lie in who you are, because
Yeah.
we have particular tendencies from the birth to perceive reality in specific way. That way is specific for us, and the next person perceives the same reality differently. So it always starts, this is your first key. Who am I? And what is mine to create and what is not mine to create? Because we usually fight, as Vasily was explaining, we fight with circumstances, but the truth of the matter is we are disagreeing with the facts of the objective reality. And you can disagree all you want. It's a winter time. You can disagree and go naked outside. It probably would not work very well for your health. But when it's hot outside, right now I'm on a beautiful beach. Wearing something really hot, warm, will make me hot. And I can disagree with the fact all I want, but objective reality will bring me back to what's going on. So understanding yourself uh, comes from understanding other person. Understanding other comes from understanding yourself. And looking at the numbers in your birth date or the birth date of the next person or the member of your team or the member of your family or the date birth of your business also gives you the information of what is there, what is hidden reality that you do not see, but it is pretty objective because it's already in the document, and it's a super objective because whatever is written cannot be simply discarded. It's there and it's perceived by everybody in the same way. That's what objective reality is about. And when I know who I am and what my potential is, when I plan, we plan around those competencies that we already have. And if you're a business owner, we are planning our team according to what is going on with these people in the cycle. Because
Yeah.
somebody who is, for example, a strategist on the first year of their cycle will be amazing as a strategist in the company. But if you get them on the seventh year of their cycle, they will destroy your business. They will create the crisis just to solve it because it's fun. We are born with this group, Vasili and I, group 7. Why are we crisis managers? Because for us, it's like a candy. We like to see the problems. We see the solutions ahead of time. We know the how universe works. We can bring things together and find the meaning to it. But for somebody else, it's debilitating. And people start judging themselves. How could I do it? This is the worst question you can ask. Why did it happen to me? And how would I do it? And why didn't I see it? All the questions why destroy your self-esteem, create a lot of leakage of energy, and takes you away from the solution. The better question, and this is a very practical way of solving the problem, is how can I do it better now in this moment? Not
Yeah.
how it was in the past. Oh my God, what will happen in the future? But why did it happen? And it will happen again. Oh my God. Forget
What
about
should I
that.
do?
Come in a moment, take a breath. I can ride that wave of the new evolution. And how can I make it differently? How can I make it better in this moment? How can I apply that, what I know about myself? How do I match my competency with the situation? And how can I find the competency I don't have in somebody else, like Vasily, for example? Marketer, I'm not. He's great. So I'm not even trying. He's the one who's talking about we are the business coaches, come to the session. I zip. But my quality is to find the meaning in every little detail on a poster. That I can do, no problem. So
Of course, of
everybody
course.
should work with their own talents and competence and not to try to be somebody else. It's exhausting.
Yes. And at the point when you understand where you're gonna be great, yeah, with your competence, this is an incredible success in your life. That's why we invite you guys to go deeper in details. What does it mean, emotional intelligence? Yeah, and how to recognize, how to understand, and how to manage my emotion. This is like crucial. Yeah, because like we live in this kind of very chaotic world. Everything like we live like with a high speed right now. We're on a highway, like every day something new, every day, like, and it's gonna be even faster very, very soon. That's why we really need to understand that our family, yeah, this is the best play when we get relaxed, when we can be as ourselves, yeah, at the same time, emotions. Emotions gonna drain our energy out of the body, and we're gonna be lazy, thinking a lot, not acting, dreaming, sleeping, no wandering, or with the full of emotions, like right emotions, very high vibration emotions, we can achieve a great things. Because the next our poster will show you guys something very magical.
Transformation. Transformation is a cool thing because transformation doesn't happen like that. Some people
Yeah.
think I will go to this class and I will know. But like explained before, you need a number of different little information in order to overcome different old ways and patterns and get into transformation. Transatlantic. Trans is when you take a distance from your old self and you go to your new self. And by the way, I want to talk about laziness for a moment. Laziness is often just the loss of meaning. Like you do not understand why you keep doing that because you don't see the result. But not seeing a result is a result. Okay, I don't have a result. Maybe that is not what I should be doing. Because every time you experience this low vibrational state in which Vasily was explaining, you're angry, you're upset, you are emotionless, you don't care anymore. you are feeling inadequate. Those are the states that show you are not in the right place at the right time, or you're doing not the right thing for you. But when you feel an impulse, when you feel, I love it, this is so interesting, these people are so cool, this is the emotional state that tells you you are in the right place for you, with the right people for you, and maybe the time comes from this to which you didn't have energy before. So when you lose the meaning, it means you just need to find another meaning. You need to find the next information that will bring something into your form that you can apply to the next creation that you're creating. And as you do that, you get more and more energy. That is another practical way to see, am I on the right path or not? Because the right path for me is not necessarily the right path for you. We all have our own ways to get to our results, and success looks differently for everybody. So who am I? Where am I? What my point A? What do I love about it? Because lots of times I don't like it. I want to go to point B, which is so much better and 10 times better. Yes, but you cannot jump 10 times in 1 second. That's where the procrastination happens, because the goal is too big for me to handle, but I'm not agreeing to the small steps. I accept the fact that I'm just human, even though I'm a spiritual being, but I'm still having a human experience. The human body can handle so much, it needs to eat and sleep and do whatever other things. So I do it gradually. I take every step with the blessings. Thank you very much that I could overcome this little step. I rode this one little wave, and now I'm happy to try the next one. Not looking back, that's too small, that's not accomplishment, that's nothing, I'm nothing, nothing happens, I'm so poor, I'm so. If you have 1 penny less than yesterday, that's a progress. If you have $1 less, done $1 more, that's a progress. Everything is a progress. Whether you lose it or find it is not important. It is important for your human being, for the ability to eat and have your coffee. Yes, important. That dollar is important. But if you lose or if you find, is not important for your soul and your spirit. What is willpower? It's a spirit. Spirit is, imagine the water, a piece of ice. You're frozen, you're not going anywhere. Or it gets warmer, it gets nicer, I feel better, I start moving. Then I move.
Yeah.
And then I move so much, I have so much impulse, the emotions are coming, I evaporize, I become an air. That's the moment in which you really move. So that's the creature of the air, the butterfly. When you start moving away from your old self in the progression, geometric progression, not just walking your steps, you go.
Yeah, because greatest like worries about crisis, like this is like, wow, the craziest word, like I'm in a crisis, wow, something bad is going on. No, this is just only the beginning of new life, but you really need to accept and recognize that your previous formula didn't work the way you really wanted. That's why you really need to sit, take a time, and think about what I really need to do as a next step. Because we have different layers of our crisis. Yeah, if there is crisis of your body, you can see on your body right away something hurt here or something bad here. If the crisis with the meaning, you lost the meaning of your life, this is another part where you have to sit, think about, and reflect. If there is like crisis of your professional realization, okay, you're really not enjoying anymore what you do every day. This is time to sit and recognize that, okay, what I really need to start doing as a new, like, competences in my life. And we have all these questions and we have all these kind of answers. Why? Because your date of birth can show exactly what you really need to be ready for, for different type of your life, in order to use these all energies. It comes like every moment we have this opportunity to change our life, and I'm so excited when I have this kind of power and to show the right way for anybody. It doesn't matter how old you are, if a lot of money, it doesn't matter. If you're in a crisis, I can help you right away. because we have a special calendars, your personal calendar. We can calculate your personal year. I can show you where you're gonna be in this month and this month and this month. And right now, I'm working with a business owner. She actually started working with us last year. It was the ninth year for her. And going through our advices right now in her personal year one, she's just incredible. She's just incredible doing her results because she uses like energy every day. It's
Yes.
it's 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 so powerful when you get this kind of messages, voice messages. Vasily, wow, thank you so much. It's so easy. Yes, of course it's easy because there's only nine energies. There's only nine numbers. And really to play with them, it's very important to be professional in this. And that's why transformation, this is a great thing that can happen in our life. Because if there is no transformation, you can be still like 5 years old
You're
guy.
still a caterpillar. You're still crawling, little crawling space, and you want to eat, and you want to take, and you want to take, and you want to take. And if when you want to take, nobody wants to give you. When you have something to share, that's where you are appreciated. That's when you are seen. This is where people see your value. Because the value does not come from how much you've taken and how much you've accumulated. Your value comes how big you become within yourself, how big is the lessons of your soul. And what we help a lot business owners with is the confidence.
Yeah.
Because being a business owner, or even being a head of the family, which is also a big business to run a family with the budgets and all different people in the family wanting different things. Um, when you are in that position, you forget to take care of yourself. You are serving somebody else's interests and needs first. And in a business, it also happens that business owner forgets about themselves. And then they judge themselves a lot for whatever happens because employees come and go. And business owner does not have that luxury. And that self-judgment kills your confidence even more. And the confidence cannot be learned. You can learn to speak confidently, but when you do not have the energy that moves you forward, that is magnetic, that brings good people and good fortune to your company, this is where you start looking at other businesses and wondering why this person is successful and this person, I can do it, but why it's not happening. And the envy, the level of feeling I'm so small and this person is great, this is where the envy begins. It's like, why don't I have it? Why don't and why does he have it? Why does she have it? What the hell? Why can they do it? They're not better than I am. And the truth of the matter is, those are also emotions of transformation. Transformation begins with awareness. When you are aware of what bothering you, or what eats you from inside, what moves you forward, those are the impulses and energies. And yes, you can be aware so much. It takes a lot of time to become aware. We usually become aware of what's going on after we already spent this energy, after we already exploded, after we already lost the confidence. And so when we work with you, we show you the days of the low energy, the days of the high energy, the days of the communication, the days where you need to be with the family, the days where you have to take care of your physical body. And then your planning becomes meaningful. Usually people plan, and I know that from experience with so many business people, to-do list, 100 items on to-do list. At the end of the day, 200. Where did my time go? I don't know. Because things are not ready. And I always teach about 70% of the people, based on human design, which I'm also master of, they respond with the gut. So when you look at this to-do list and you go, this one, oh my God, this one, oh my God, this one, oh my God, that means you're not ready. It doesn't mean you're not ready ever. You're just not ready now. So don't put 80% of your time getting 20% of the result. Let it be. And maybe on the to-do list, there's one thing that you go, that is not so bad. That I can handle. And if you do this one little thing, it gives you the boost of energy because there is an accomplishment. But again, don't look at this, it's nothing. Look at this, wow, I've done that. And I can cross it off and I can go, yay, good me. And then the energy grows. So there is the order to that madness. There is a system to manage your energy. And that system is very individual. We cannot sit here and give you, and by the way, we've done it for a couple months. We were explaining, and after that, people call, can you tell me my own? Of course, this is what you should do, because we can give you general information. Information has to become practical. It needs to be embodied. It needs to be lived through. You have to go through that day and realize this is the energy for that, and I used it and it worked, and this is the result of it. Okay, next month I know how to use this energy because I already done it, and the next month I use it, and the next month and then it becomes, I don't look at my calendar, I can feel it. But in the beginning, I have to look into every day what's going on. Now I wake up and I feel, oh, that's probably day 1. Oh, that's probably day 9.
Yeah, Svetlana, from your personal practical experience, yeah, what could be the best advice for those who really right now in the slow mode situation?
Oh, I have the best advice for you. You are not broken. Nothing's wrong with you. Weak and sick and lazy is not a problem. It's the
Nice.
moment your body tells you it's time to stop, look, analyze competency number 3. What am I doing and why? Look into who I'm with, relationship, competency number 2. Is my action connected to my strategy, competency number 1? Overall strategy, where am I going to be in 1 year and 5 years and 10 years if I continue doing that, which kills me? Or I'll be with the person that I cannot be with. You know, people have allergies. Every second person has an allergy. Allergy is the level of intolerance, and it doesn't come from the trees or the pollen or the flowers or the gluten. We are intolerant ourselves. We cannot handle ourselves. We cannot choose for ourselves. This is the biggest school of life. Choose what's right for you. Because right for you is different from right for me, right for Vasili, right for Alexei. All people are different. And when you know who you are, then you can talk about it. You can communicate what you need to do, and you can communicate with people you can do it with. You can make yourself comfortable, competence number 6. You have energy and charisma, competence number 7. You can be consistent. You're not going to be lazy. You don't need the willpower. We don't have willpower. Only 50% on Earth has willpower. I'm talking about organ electricity. Because our body, different organs produce different things. And you can look into who you are from that perspective as well, which I do a lot for people, because they're like, I cannot push through. Don't push through if you can't. Why would you? Why spend all this energy and get 20% of the result? Get 20% to something and see the result. And if you see the result, start moving. That's the place to go. Don't go against. Agree already. This is me. And I accept that. And I appreciate that. And I support that. And I act on it. And I don't do any other stuff. Let other people be responsible for their own life. Stop being a savior. Competency number 9. Stop helping everybody. Help yourself, put yourself into that line of everybody as a first, and then everybody else benefits. Because when you are emotionally neutral, things are happening and you're great, interesting. Wow. I didn't know I can do it. Well, I didn't know I will never do it because I don't like it. I didn't know I don't like it before I've done it. When you're in that place of choice, when you have so many choices and you make the one that's right for you, that's what life is about, and that's life worth living. The rest of it, don't even try. It's not yours. That's the advice.
Super, super, Svetlana. Guys, that's over. Yeah,
Your
thank you.
laziness is over. Your self-sabotage is over. Do
Yeah, remember.
yourself. Live
Yeah,
yourself.
remember, if you have any questions, guys, let us know. Let us know because we can help you in a second, really, to bring this awareness, why it's going on in your life, and the best, what you really need to do with this. Yeah.
Very good.
Ciao.
Thank you. And next time we'll talk about something which is a big secret. You'll know next Tuesday.
All right, guys.